Thank you very much. Thank you, Terry and Faye, and thank you for BHQA for giving me this opportunity to share with you one of my favorites 导引 at the moment. It's called 峨眉伸展功, and as the author of the book calls this 伸展功 is called waking up your body with an effective stretch exercise. So let's very quickly talk about what is 峨眉伸展功. It's devised by Master Zhang Mingliang. I'm sure many of you will be very familiar with Master Zhang Mingliang. If you've been following the 6 healing sounds or the 八段锦, there will be a lot of guest lectures, open talks, etc. by Zhang Mingliang. And personally, I find this a very effective 导引 routine. He devised this 峨眉伸展功 based on the 峨眉 tradition, and it's got very solid TCM theoretical groundings. Besides, it's been trialed and tested by hundreds of thousands of followers of Master Zhang Mingliang. It's very simple. It contains 12 movements. When we say 12 movements, it sounded a lot, but many of them are very simple movements. Some of them are a little bit more complex. And also, I would say you do this set of Qigong for yourself because it's not for performing purpose. It's not very nice choreographed for people to admire, but rather your body will thank you for doing the stretches. And it starts from head working down to feet. It's very slow paced and very inward looking because like in between every single move is asking you to bring your feet together, etc. to start again. So it's very slow. Also, I find for me, maybe it's because of the simple movements and I'm able to be very mindful to the body and to the energy flow. Now, I'm not saying other health Qigong routines doesn't have that function, but maybe as I was learning the more complicated movements, my mind gets distracted. Well, with this one, I am more able to focus on the mind and the energy flow. For the short version, it takes about 20 minutes if you only do one rep. However, you are able to extend it, make it longer for about 40 minutes if you do 3 repetitions. It ends with some breathing and cool down routines, which we'll also talk about. Now, this is his book. Okay, now next. Here, before we go into the routine, I would like to share with some top tips from Master Zhang Mingliang. He probably talked about it in the International Health Qigong Federation's joint project with Long Cai. You know, every day 3 times, there will be the Health Qigong being led by various instructors across the world. And sometimes he's got the tips for Health Qigong. And in those little clips, probably usually 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and he'll talk about various things. And so he might have already talked about this. It's in 4 characters, we call it the golden rule of 导引. It's 大慢停观. 大 meaning big movements. So he always emphasized when we are doing the 导引, we try to stretch, we do the movements as big as possible. Always go to like the extremities for forever. Imagine your fingertips is being able to reach far, far, far away, etc., etc. And also, in addition to making the movements very, very big, he also reminded us to really slow down, to do the movements as slowly as possible. Because the theoretical thinking behind it is the zhen qi, the real qi in our body, travels a little bit slower than our movements. So our mind races forward very, very quickly. Our movements can also be very quick, but our qi moves at a slightly slower pace, so it's essential that we quieten our mind, we slow down the movement so that qi can catch up. The other thing is he always wanted us to pause. So for all the movements, there's always an end point. So if you pause, it gives you the time. One is for the zhen qi to catch up. The other thing is it allows you to slow down, pause, and feel the stretch and feel the energy flow to various parts of the body which you are stretching. And the last character is one meaning to observe. It wants you to observe the energy flow when you are doing the stretch. So these 4 golden characters is 大慢停观, big movements, slow down, pause and feel, also observe. And then he's also got a line which I really like, is 在伸展中体会放松, experience the relaxation and the softness when the body is being stretched. So hold your stretch and feel the relaxation and the softness of the body. And then on the other side, 在放松中伸展 is you stretch when the body and the mind is relaxed. So always relax the body, relax the mind, and then conduct the stretch. So this stretch and relaxation and it sort of goes hand in hand. As part of our international instructors training course, he said one of the questions is, if you were to write 3 lines for advertising the Emei Qigong, what would you write? So here I'm sharing with you the 3 strap lines I've written for the Emei stretch exercise. Oops. And one is 峨眉伸展功大道至简正宗传承. For me, it's simple yet effective. It's real Daoyin from China. When I say real Daoyin, it's because he is the real master. You can trace how he develops his the routines. And then I will add a line to say, learn the beautiful art of health preservation from China. Practice Emei stretch Qigong from Master Zhang Mingyang. And then the next line I came up with is 每日一套伸展功，筋骨酥，经络通. For me, is literally says every day you do a set of the stretch exercise, your tendons and muscles will be relaxed and the meridians, the qi and blood will flow well. So in English, I could only translate it as 峨眉功 lightens your body with positive qi. Not exactly accurate translation, but that's the best I could do. The last one is 峨眉伸展功开启身心舒畅每一天 is invigorate your body with 峨眉功 every day. So enough soft sell, hard sell. Let's talk about the 峨眉伸展功. There are 12 movements. And if you look at the names, for example, it starts with the exercise stretching the neck, and it really emphasizing whether you are stretching the front of the neck or the back of the neck. And those are different words in Chinese. And then next, like I mentioned before, it works from head to toes. So we've done the head, and then we do the 肩肘, elbows and shoulders stretch. And then we stretch out our fingers and wrists. And then after that, there is also a movement called 摇头摆尾, swinging the head and the tails. But this is done in a very different way. And next, 旋腰式 is a horizontal waist rotation. Like many of the Qigong movements, I don't know whether you're able to see me in addition to showing the screen. I'm holding a little sort of elastic band, so you can imagine it's a little bit like our spine. So we are able to stretch up a bit, so create a space when we are stretching, and then we are able to rotate to the left or to the right, but we are also able to bend forward, slightly backward or sideways. In addition, we are able to bend and then rotate. So our spine needs to be very, very flexible for us to have the maximum health. So that's a horizontal waist rotation. There is also the lateral thoracic stretch. Is for us to stretch the side of the body, which is very important. And when you're stretching, imagine that you are stretching the whole of the body, because a lot of the exercise, we don't really exercise the basic underneath our armpit. But from the TCM's point of view, those parts have got important acupuncture points, and we need to really stretch out those meridians. And next is the 双脚式. I translate it as the wide stance forward bend plus, because literally in Chinese is two angles, because we are asked to stretch out, and then our arms and our body forms an angle, and our chest and the legs forms a different angle. So those two angles is again helping to stretch the body, but I can't find a good translation, so I'm calling it a forward bend plus. We'll talk about those movements when we come into the exercise. Next is the hip rotation. Now, hip rotation, it sounds like you are rotating the hips, but actually, it's when we are doing it, we'll see when you rotate our hips, your hip, our thumbs is pressing on the kidney point. And by rotating the hips, is putting pressures on different parts where your thumb is pressing. And then we'll have the knee rotation, which is in most exercises, we'll have that. And then we have a kneeling lunge and a side lunge. The last movement is you are looking backwards, but when you're looking back, you're also turning to the left or turning to the right, leading by your crown. So in a way, you are extending your spine and then twisting it at the same time. So those are the 12 movements. And after the 12 movements, we also have the cool down routines. And famously, he said there is the 1 minute breathing exercise. We call it Qigong. So you breathe in through the nose, you breathe out through the mouth, and you say the sound. So when you are breathing out, you say the sound, ha sound. For me, it really relaxes the whole body, even more than when not making that sound. And then we breathe in when we come up, and then breathe out when we come down. So this is typical, same as all other Qigong movements. And then breathe in, looking up, and breathing out, looking down. For all these 3 movements, is in through the nose, out through the mouth when we're breathing. And then the next one is gathering qi and pour over head to toe, which is the same. And then gathering qi to dantian, again, same. After that, we have gently biting the back teeth together, called kou chi. And then the red dragon stirring in the sea, i.e. using your tongue, asking the tip of your tongues to massage the gums behind every single tooth. And then it generates a lot of salivas. Salivas are crucial for our health in the TCM's theory. And even modern medicine have shown that there is a lot of very good, very useful enzymes in the saliva. It helps with all sorts of health problems. And then later on, you massage, you wash the face, and then you start patting. Okay, so this is the whole set of Emei Shen Zhan Gong. Right, I should stop sharing now, and what I would like to invite you to stand up, join me, and do some movements. Let's have a look. Okay, right. Let's make a start. So stand naturally upright with your feet together, soft knees, crown pushing up, and your chin gently tucked in. Okay, the first one is 颈项式, is to exercise the front, the back, and the side of our neck. So I'll do the mirror image. So when you're ready, open the knees and slowly peel your left foot off the floor. So lift up the heels, ball of foot, and then the toes. Take a back step, shoulder width, put it down. Toes, ball of foot, and then the heels. Now shifting the weight between the two legs. Check that your feet are parallel, pointing forward. From here, breathe in and slowly float your hands up to. And we are going to massage thigh, belt meridians, hands traveling to the back, massaging the thigh, and then coming back to the waist. Okay, from here, we'll stretch our neck first. So breathe in and then slowly turn your head to the left, eyes looking straight. Hold, feel the stretch. And then slowly coming up to the front. And then breathe in again and slowly rotate your neck the other side. Eyes looking to the side. Feel the stretch. And slowly coming up. Just hold on a second. I'll ask my mom to switch her phone off first. 妈妈，你先关掉，她能听到，你先关一下。So, poor old lady doesn't know that she's making a sound. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. The next thing here is slowly lift your head up, eyes looking forward, chin up. Now, it's very important you close your mouth and gently binding the back teeth together. And slowly. Now, eyes looking down. Really feel the stretch at the back of your neck. Slowly coming up. Okay, from here, bring your left ear to the shoulder, making sure you're keeping your shoulders square. Slowly coming up. Pushing your crown up first, have a long neck, and then bring ear to shoulder on the other side. And slowly coming up. From here, we'll rotate our head. So look down first, and then turn to the left. Slowly rotate your head, and then back, right, front. Slowly lifting your head, eyes looking forward. Let's do the reverse. Slowly lowering your head, feeling the stretch at the back of your neck, and start rotate to the right, and then back, and then left, front. And slowly coming back. Eyes, hands coming down, and gently bring your left foot in. Next, we'll do 肩肘式. We'll stretch our shoulders and the elbows. So breathe in and slowly float your hands up. Slowly turning the palms facing the ceiling. Continue the upward movements and eventually close your palms into prayer position. Imagine you're being stretched up by the fingertips and keeping your feet on the floor. And then slowly float your hands out, down, get behind your head. And separate your fingers, middle finger on the middle of your shoulder. In here, push elbows to the wall first, and then slowly bring the elbows together. Really stretch out your shoulder blades, really opening up shoulder blades. And relax. Slowly opening up. Again, push your elbows to the side walls. From here, bring your shoulder blades together. Squeeze as if you're holding a pencil in. And relax. From here, push your elbows up to the ceiling. Feel the stretch on both sides of you. Slowly, slowly, elbows to the side again. Pushing elbows to the side and then slowly bring the elbows pointing to the floor, making sure you're keeping some space underneath your armpit. From here, let's slowly rotate, bringing the elbows up. Try to stretch out, draw as big a circle as possibly you can. And then bringing elbows together. From here, pushing down with your elbows and slowly, slowly bringing them up again. Pushing up. Now from here, your fingertips join into prayer position behind your head. Slowly pushing towards the ceiling, fingertips pointing to the ceiling, and then look up and slowly open out. And then tuck your chin in, fold your hands, palms facing down, fingertips stretching far away and slowly, slowly bringing your hands down. Feel the rush of qi to your fingertips. Now, next, we are going to do 换指式. So, stretching our wrists and the fingers. Okay, first of all, pushing your fingertips down to the earth first as you slowly, slowly lift your palms up. Chest height and chest width. Now from here, start bringing your fingers in. When you bring the fingers in, all the fingers are stretched straight. Bring your thumbs in, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and baby finger. And then stretching out. As you're stretching out, rotate so the palms are facing down. And then slowly, slowly stretching out. All the fingertips are straight, really stretching out. Close, bring the fingers in one at a time. Thumb, index, middle, ring, and baby fingers. Now in here, the side of your fist is reaching, trying to reach to the side wall and then rotate. So do the rotation of the wrist. And then opposite direction, really stretching out and rotate. Now slowly from here, open the fingers, baby finger, ring, middle, index, thumb. Have the fingers really stretching out. Slowly, slowly bring your hands together. Now in here, bringing all the fingers in, one at a time. Stretching when you are bringing them in. Now opening out again as you open one finger at a time. Also turn the palms to facing the ceiling. Keeping the fingers really straight and stretched out. Slowly, slowly bring the hands down. Now feel the energy rushing to your fingertips. So that's 换指式. Next one is 摇头摆尾. So to exercise the head and the tail. So from here, place the fingers, come up, and slowly, slowly turn the palms up. Eyes looking at the back of your hands as you're stretching up, and then eyes looking forward. Slowly relax, arms coming down, and then up again. From here, when you are stretching, okay, the force is at the heel of your palms. From here, slowly rotate your body to the left. Okay, and then bending sideways. I'll come a little bit closer. Bending sideways. And then bend at the elbows. Your left hand, bringing the right hand down. Eyes try to look up at your right elbow. Feel the stretch from elbow all the way down the side of you. Okay, and then slowly release your hands, straighten up. Now your body is still facing the mat, and slowly rotate to the front. Continue the rotation to the right and bending sideways. And right hand bringing the left hand down. Eyes looking up to your left elbow. Feel the stretch from the tip of your elbow all the way down the side, your left side, all the way down your feet. And then slowly release the hand, straightening up first, and slowly rotating to the front. Okay, now let's continue this movement. We can two. So your palms are facing upward, okay, and then you're going to pushing your palms forward, eyes looking at the back of your hands, slowly coming down. Okay, now for me, or for some of you, if you're not as flexible, this is the 吊尾式. If you do the 易筋经, the closing movement, the last movement is like that. So if you find it hard to reach the floor, then put your hands on something. I find it easier to be holding onto something so that my hands don't move. Okay, so pushing down, and here look up, and then try to swing your tail and your head together. So bringing your left hip towards your left shoulder. I try to look over your left shoulder. And slowly release. And then look straight up to the front. And do the opposite. Bring your right hip and right shoulder together. Eyes looking over your right shoulder. And slowly coming up. So separate the hands and very slowly coming up. So this is the 摇头摆尾式, is to swing the head and the tail. Next one is 旋腰式, horizontal waist rotation. So feet together. Slowly take the next step. I have to move a little bit closer, otherwise I hit the wall. The next step. Breathe in and stretch your fingertips. Really stretch our arms, forming a straight line. Slowly rotate. Slowly rotating. It's a level rotation. And then wrap yourself up. One head over the shoulder, one head on your waist. If you have the capacity, turn your head to look behind you. That increases the stretch a little bit more. And then slowly release the hands. And slowly rotating onto the other side. Continue the rotation, fingertips stretching far away, and then wrap yourself up. If you have the capacity, turn to look behind you and increase the stretch a little bit more. And then slowly float your hands out. Slowly coming back. And in here, gradually, with the fingertips stretching far away, slowly lowering the hands, feel the qi rushing to your fingertips. Okay, so that is horizontal hip rotation. Let's do the next stretch. It will stretch the back throat, the side of us. Okay, so breathe in again. Slowly float your hands up. Left hand coming up, right hand coming down. And your mirror. Okay, your right hand, your lumbar area, left hand pressing the side of your right ear. Now from here, eyes looking at your elbow and slowly bending to your right. So it's a sideways bend. Feel the stretch, the thoracic lateral stretch on this side. Okay, feel the stretch. And slowly coming out. Stretch out. Change the other direction. Here, stretch to the other direction. Really push your hip out. And slowly coming out. Okay. The next one is 双脚式. So I'm saying about a wide stance forward bend. So in here, you just raise your hands at the back. Okay. So when we're talking about the angle, one of the angle is between the arms and the back of the body. Okay. So in here, okay, hands, try to stretch the hands up as much as you can. And then in here, look up, stretching down. And then round your shoulders and then try to lean forward. Leaning forward. So we try to reduce the angle between your chest and your legs, but have a big angle between your arms and the back. And then slowly coming up. Up. And then arching back, soften the knees and stretch, pulling your hands down. And slowly releasing, coming up. So this is a very hard one for me. The next one is 腰画式. I'll come up a bit. So we stroke the belt meridians and then have the thumbs pressing on just a bit, so maybe 2 fingers from the spine. So on the kidney area, pressing on it. Okay, the thumb is working much harder. Now, have a feel of how much pressure your thumb is under. Now start rotating, so shifting your hip to the left, and then front, and then right, and back. Now I feel when it's the back, it's not much things happening to the thumbs. And let's do the opposite. Right, front, left, back. So that is everything that we are doing. I think for some of you doing the 摇路路 or some of the other movements, we feel that we are trying to massage this part, the 腰眼. Okay, so that is the key. Next one, 旋膝式, is to stretch out our knees and ankles. So we're ready. Step. Squatting down. Now it's very important. Your hands are supporting your knees. So some people say doing this type of movements will damage the knees, but that is only if you don't do it properly. When you are doing this, the body weight is transferred onto the arms, the hands, and then straight down to the legs. So from here, start bringing the knees together and then back, out, and then to the front. Again, change the other direction. And slowly bring your left foot in and rotate the knees again. So left, back, right, front, and then opposite. and slowly, slowly rising up. It says it's rotating of the knees, but actually it rotates the hips and the ankles as well. Next one, 展腿式 is a knee lunge. So turn to face the left. Okay, push your hands out, hands coming up. And then as your hands come out, place the hands at the back. Take a left step. Okay, and then lunge coming down. So your heels come off the floor, toes is pointing down, arms try to get out, bring them up as high up as you can, lowering the knees so you're really feeling the stretch at the front of your right leg. If you have the capacity, then look up and slowly, slowly coming out. Now let's do the other side. Breathing, come up, hands come out, place the fingers behind you, take a step and start stretching down. Feel the stretch at the front of your left leg. If you still have the capacity, look up. Feel the stretch and slowly, slowly. That's the 10th movement. The 11th movement is a side stretch. So side lunge, left step. And bend your left knee and stretch the right leg. Okay. Feel the stretch on the right side. Also keeping the hold of your right foot on the floor. So you're stretching out the ankles as well. And slowly coming up and stretch on the other side. Hands holding onto your ankles if you can. Feel the stretch and slowly, slowly coming up. And then bringing the feet together, heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in. Now the last one is looking to the back, but look back, but to the left or to the right. So take a left step. Place one hand grabbing hold of the other wrist. It doesn't matter which is which. Then leaning forward, just straight forward, leaning down. Okay, and then try to bring your chest close to your left thigh. And then slowly coming back to the middle. Look up. And then try to bring your chest close to your right thigh. And then slowly coming back to center. Now from here, turn to your left first, as if somebody shouting your name. You turn and you look. Now make sure your head, your crown is pushing up. Nobody is there, you come down. And then you heard another call. So you look to your right and you look up. Feel the stretch. And slowly, slowly coming back. Separate hands and slowly coming up. Now let's do 3 breathings. So in here, you have your feet shoulder width apart. Breathe in, look up. Well, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth and say the sound. Again, breathe in, lift both hands up. Through the nose, breathing in. Breathe out through the mouth. Next, breathe in, looking up through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Say the sound. Breathe in and out through the nose. Breathing in, gather the energy, the clear energy in your surrounding. Breathe out through the nose and pour it over you, cleansing the whole body, totally relaxing every single beat of the body. And last time, breathe in, 拢气, gather the energy back to 丹田. Good. Sorry, I was rushing a bit. Just want to make sure that I have time to tell you a bit more. So what is next? As I was doing this slides, I received the notification that Master Zhang Mingyang is running another course called the Daoying exercise for the 24 solar segments. So in a year, 12 months, a Chinese lunar calendar, they further split it into 24 segments. And for each segment, there is a name. The whole theory is we humans should live in harmony of nature. And that means we should do exercise, different exercise in line with different seasons. And so here's the information. I want to show you a little clip. So anyway, the course is going to start in August, totaling 70 to 82 hours face-to-face delivery and as well as online delivery. If you can't come to China, you can do everything face-to-face on you can do everything online. There is very strict in-class tests, exams, assignments, theories and technical assessments, etc., etc. So all the contact details here. I just want to show you a short video clips just to whet your appetite for that. This is done by CCTV. This is Dr. Emei Qigong, the disciple of Zhang Mingyang.
要重新再 share， 没看见那个慧霞。
你没看见吗？
没有，还是你的那个 PPT， 对。
哦，是吧？哦。Okay, I don't want to waste time. If there is a problem, I should stop sharing. Yeah. I thought I've stopped sharing now.
You have stopped now, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So any questions? Maybe I should just bring the. I think I have 2 minutes to answer any questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody's got any questions?